Good evening, students. I hope that you all are well at home. Here I once again appear to continue your study of genetics. This time we will discuss about the Mendelian crosses. Mendel crossed number of pairs of sets of pea plants with their contrasting features number of times. Suppose he crossed two sets of pea plants with one particular character having two pairs of alleles, or two sets of characters having four pairs of alleles, or three sets of characters having 3 to the 6 pairs of alleles, and so on. And according to that, it is named as monohybrid cross when one pair of allele, that means one character, is taken. Dihybrid cross when two characters are taken with four alleles altogether. Trihybrid cross with 6 pairs of alleles, and so on. He crossed it number of times, taking different contrasting characters in each time, and came to conclusion and put forward his laws. In your syllabus, only monohybrid and dihybrid crosses are mentioned. So we will one by one discuss monohybrid and dihybrid cross. In case of monohybrid cross, you first remember what is monohybrid cross. Monohybrid cross is a cross between two purebred parents having one contrasting characters to be considered in the progeny, and the results are obtained is called monohybrid cross. For writing a definition, you please concentrate on this. What is monohybrid cross? Definition is, please focus on this. It is a cross, monohybrid cross. It is a cross between two sets of pea plants in which the progeny or offsprings will be observed considering only one character having two contrasting alleles. Now, one thing you always note, when he crossed two sets of pea plants, all the pea plants are having their original characteristics, all of them. It is not only that a pea plant that is crossed for monohybrid cross having only one character each. Suppose he crossed for tall height and dwarf. That does not mean the plant do not produce flowers. They produce flowers, they produce fruits, and all those flowers, fruits, and position of flowers, all characters are there. But in case of monohybrid cross, it is only hypothetically considered that it will be studying only one character in the progeny, and then we say it is monohybrid cross. That means other characters are there, but we will just overlook them and will concentrate on one particular character, and that is monohybrid cross. It is purely hypothetical. Practically, plants are having all the characters. Now let us, just like Mendel, let us take one particular character and perform the cross. Always remember, Mendel started with purebred parents. That means if he started with suppose we take height as the character, he took males as tall height. The plants having male gametes will have tall height, and plants having female gamete having dwarf plants. So the character is height, the alleles are tall and dwarf. So what will be the genetic condition of the parents and the offsprings. Let us focus on to the parents first. The parents, as I told you, they are pure in form, therefore, and since it is the character of height, the dominant gene is tall. Therefore, the letter to be chosen is capital T for dominant gene. And for recessive gene, which is dwarf, we have to take small t for recessive gene. Therefore, father's genotype will be capital T, and mother's genotype will be small t, small t. You may ask why double? Because remember, as I told you, in an individual, one character, there are always two alleles. So when you decide about the genotype of the father and mother, or the parents, they will always be in the form of pairs. Since it is taken one character, so one pair of alleles. Now let us come on to the cross. Focus on to this workout. Let us monohybrid cross of by Mendel. Let us consider a pair of pure bred parents. Let us take one character, height of plants. Therefore, dominant feature tall, that is indicated as capital T, and recessive feature is dwarf but indicated as small t. Therefore, the cross is first parents P1, parents at 1, father, that is having capital T, crossed with mother, small t, female. When they will produce gametes, they will produce minimum 2 gametes, but since both of them are same, so we take one of them as a representative. Gamete set G1 means gametes possible T1, T, and here gamete possible only small t. Both of them will be small t. Now, when we cross these two sets of parents, the progeny or the generation will all have this. You see, the gametes fertilized, F1 generation, first filial generation, all will be clearly visible to be capital T and small t. And what will be their phenotype? Their phenotype of F1 is all plants are tall in height, but genotype is hybrid or heterozygous or capital T, small t. That means actual genes are present. Now what happened? Mendel performed self-pollination taking two parents of the same genotype of F1. Now this F1 parents, F1 plants will be taken as parents, and this is called self-pollination. Parent set 2 will be what? Male also will be this capital T, small t. Female also will be capital T, small t. This time gametes will be possible two types, capital T one of them and small t one of them due to meiosis. Similarly here also capital T one, small t another. Now when we go for F2 or second filial generation, then all kinds of combination and crosses can be done. This gamete, if it fertilizes with this gamete, both will be capital T, pure tall. If this one is crossed with this one, then it is capital T, small t. This gamete is crossed with this one, it is capital T, small t, and this one crossed with this, both of them are small t. Now what will be the appearance of this? This will be appear tall, this also will be appear tall, this also will be appear tall, this will be dwarf. But remember, this is pure tall, that means genotypically pure. This is genotypically hybrid or heterozygous. This is genotypically hybrid or heterozygous. This is genotypically pure dwarf or homozygous. Therefore, what is the total generation produces second filial generation. 3 individuals or 75% of the total individuals are produced tall height, what we can see. Whereas 25% or 1 out of 4 is of dwarf height. That means the appearance wise condition is 75% is to 25% or 3 is to 2, and this is due to the appearance of the plant, not the gene. Therefore, the phenotypic ratio for F2 generation is 3 is to 1. Now, in case of genes, if we study, we will see what? We will see that one set is having pure tall, that means both the genes are capital T. One set 25% capital T. 2 of them or 50% of them are having hybrid condition, capital T small t, capital T small t. That means 50%. Whereas last 25% are having small t, or last one, that means 1 out of 4 is having pure dwarf. Therefore, what is the genotypic condition? 1 pure tall, homozygous, 2 hybrid tall, heterozygous, and 1 pure dwarf, homozygous. Therefore, F2 generation produces the genotypic ratio 1 is to 2 is to 1. So this is genotypic ratio for F2. Remember, F1 generation does not produce any ratio. They only produce only appearance, and due to the mathematical cross, we can understand that all the individuals in F1 are heterozygous genotypically. F1 does not produce any ratio. When we self-pollinate the F1 generation, then they are producing the F2 generations, and then we are getting the ratio. Let us come on to that cross. The same cross can also be done by means of Punnett square. It is done in the arrow diagram that you have already seen. It can also be done with Punnett square. Now focus on to this. The same cross can also be performed using Punnett square. In case of that, the gametes written at one column and female gametes in the rows, and then the cross is done just like multiplication table. T crossed with T crossed with T, and T crossed with T. In each case, I have written the appearance of the plant. Pure tall, pure condition is been mentioning the genotype. Hybrid tall, but it will be tall. This is also hybrid tall, and this is pure dwarf. Therefore, in F2 generation, phenotype is only phenotype. 3 offsprings are tall, that means 75%. 1 offspring is dwarf, that is 25%. Therefore, phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1. And genotype what will be? Number 1. 1 offspring is found to be pure tall, that is TT. 2 offsprings are found to be heterozygous, that means hybrid tall, 50%. Whereas 1 set of offsprings, 25%, is pure dwarf, that is 25%. That means genotypic ratio for monohybrid cross is 1 is to 2 is to 1. Now, by doing this cross, he understood that when the alleles come together in an individual, they cannot remain together. Otherwise, this result could not have been produced. In case of the F1, it is hybrid, it has become. In case of F2, it is completely separated. This could not have been done if the gametes are not separating from each other by means of meiosis. Okay, this results in formulation of the law of segregation by Mendel. This monohybrid cross make him decide, and given the law, Law of segregation. The law states whatever factor pair come together in an individual, they never mix, but they are separated during the formation of gametes. I repeat, whatever factor pairs or allele pairs or gene pairs come together in an individual, they never mix but get separated or segregated during the formation of gamete. And this is called law of segregation. Please write down the law. The law states whenever factor or gene pairs come together in an individual, they do never blend but segregate or separate during the formation of gametes. This is called the law of segregation. Now this cross he practiced number of times, taking only one character at a time. This time we have taken tall height and dwarf height. Height is the character. He took it for color of flowers, he took it for color of seeds, he took it the shape of seeds, he took it the color of pods, a number of times. But monohybrid cross, remember, it is only hypothetical. All other characters are present, but he studied only one character to focus with. For your practice, I will put forward a question. Put forward a question. The question is, one character I have given you. You take another character and practice it like the way I have done. Your question is, for practice, is Mendel crossed, focus on this, please note down this question. For practice, Mendel crossed two sets of pea plants. One produces purple flowers, that is dominant, and the other set produces white flowers, recessive character. Both being pure breed plants show the Mendel's monohybrid cross by mentioning the phenotype and genotype in each generation and ratio wherever possible. You can also practice taking You can also practice taking any other character of contrasting features for monohybrid cross. And after practicing, you just tally the results with the one that has been given here, and you will find it is very easy and convenient. Thank you very much. Next class, I will explain about dihybrid